Hello friends. Welcome to Audiobook Daily. Today we'll talk about the book Clarity by Steven Cesari, published in 2010. It was Monday morning again. Ryan, a young entrepreneur, stared at his inbox. 147 unread emails, 5 new business ideas, and a half-finished vision board. He had everything: ambition, drive, and caffeine. But deep down he felt lost. Every night, he told himself, "I'll figure it out tomorrow." One evening, while running late to yet another meeting, Ryan's car broke down on a quiet road. For the first time in months, there was no phone, no noise, no notifications. Just silence. In that stillness, he realized he had been chasing everything except what actually mattered. That night became his turning point. It was the moment he began his journey toward clarity. The essence of clarity. Steven Cesari's Clarity, focusing on what matters, is not another productivity book, it's a guide to redefining success. Cesari argues that most people spend their lives doing too much, trying to be everything to everyone, yet never discovering who they truly are. The book teaches that clarity, knowing what matters most, is the foundation for a fulfilling life and lasting success. 1. Start with who, not what. Cesari begins with a powerful truth. If you don't know who you are, you'll never know what you're supposed to do. He challenges readers to look inward before chasing external goals. Many of us define success by comparison, money, titles, recognition, but Cesari insists that clarity starts with identity. Ask yourself, what are my core values? What do I stand for when no one is watching? What makes me feel fully alive? When you reconnect with who you are, decisions become easier, distractions fade, and your goals align with purpose instead of pressure. 2. Simplify to amplify. Cesari reminds us that complexity kills focus. We live in a world overflowing with choices, every app, every idea, every opportunity pulling us in a new direction. But the greatest achievers don't do more. They do less, better. He encourages readers to perform a clarity audit. Write down every role you play in life. Identify what truly moves the needle. Eliminate what doesn't add meaning or momentum. Just like pruning a tree helps it grow stronger, cutting away non-essentials creates room for real progress. 3. The 4 dimensions of clarity. Cesari divides life into 4 connected quadrants that must stay in harmony. Personal clarity, understanding your purpose, strengths, and faith. Professional clarity, doing work aligned with your gifts and values. Family clarity, building deep, intentional relationships with loved ones. Community clarity, using your influence to serve and impact others. When one area is neglected, imbalance follows. True success is holistic. It's not just about professional wins but also emotional, relational, and spiritual fulfillment. 4. Leadership begins with self-leadership. Cesari, who coached CEOs and entrepreneurs for decades, emphasizes that leadership isn't about controlling others, it's about mastering yourself. You can't lead people if you can't lead yourself. He explains that people follow clarity and consistency, not charisma. When your vision, words, and actions align, you create trust and inspire others effortlessly. Practical tip: start each day with a 10-minute reflection. What matters most today? Who needs my focus and presence? What can I say no to? This daily discipline strengthens self-control and reconnects you with your deeper mission. 5. Purpose over pressure. One of Cesari's boldest ideas is that busyness is not productivity. He writes that many of us fill our calendars to avoid facing our confusion. But when you live with clarity, your schedule becomes a mirror of your values, not a list of distractions. He uses the metaphor of a compass versus a clock. The clock represents urgency and activity. The compass represents direction and purpose. Most people live by the clock, but clarity demands we live by the compass. 6. Faith, focus, and freedom. The book also explores the spiritual side of success. Cesari believes clarity is not just mental, it's moral and spiritual. When you align with truth, integrity, and gratitude, you experience a calm strength that noise and ambition can't provide. He calls this the 3 F's of freedom. Faith, a higher belief that gives meaning to your actions. Focus, the discipline to direct your time toward what matters. Freedom, the peace that comes when you live in alignment. Ryan's clarity moment. Weeks after that night on the empty road, Ryan changed everything. He deleted half the apps on his phone. He wrote down 5 things that truly mattered: his faith, health, family, purpose, and service. He stopped chasing more and started choosing meaning. Months later, his business didn't just grow, it transformed. His team thrived because their leader finally led with focus, not frenzy. One morning, standing on his balcony at sunrise, Ryan smiled, this time not at another goal achieved, but at a life finally aligned. He had found his compass. Steven Cesari's clarity teaches us a timeless lesson. You don't need to do more to be successful, you need to see clearer. Success without purpose is noise. Purpose with clarity is power. Clarity is not about adding more. It's about removing what doesn't matter, so what truly matters can shine. So pause today. Breathe. Reflect. The world will always be noisy, but peace begins when you finally choose clarity. Thank you for listening. See you in next Audiobook Daily.